we on episode 33?
33, yeah.
Dude.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes. All right, everyone. Welcome back to episode 33 of the Mildly Appropriate Podcast. We are back. It's been a little bit. We tend to do this sometimes.
Yeah, we just take some regular breaks every now and then because
We can't get our shit together.
Well, yeah, sometimes
No,
sometimes we like to, go down to the beach or just not record and do some other fun things. So,
Look at this tan. I'm
look
gold.
how tan he is.
I'm golden brown.
Super tan.
I think it's the tannest I've ever been right now.
Probably.
And I'm not even close to
Same with
Danny's
Danny.
Yeah,
Danny's-
me too. Yeah, I went to the beach, sunbathed for a little while.
You guys are like the same tone.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, you want to start off with your work story? It better be good.
Oh, okay. So we were at work, and as you know, we got bought out, right? Told you that. I don't know. I feel like my tone's not right. Is it because of the pop filter?
No?
Cool.
No, but I think we're just warming up is what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. So
Warming up.
basically, the owner comes to me, and I used to be part of that, Genius program.
Right.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh, like we were paying for a cell phone, a Genius cell phone. I'm like, I never had no cell phone. And give me a cell phone. I'd take that. And it's been gone probably for like 2 years, and they've been paying for it for 2 years. So the cell phone plan, they're just, paying for. And so they're trying to cut off all the loose ends before closing the company up.
Sure.
Okay.
And that was like 2 months ago, right? When the owner came to me. So today I'm getting in my buddy's car who used to work with us. You talked to him today?
Yeah.
Who used to work with us. And I'm like getting out of the car, and I see him like, dude, do you have an iPod like plugged in? He's like, no. He's like, no, it's an iPhone 4. I'm like, yo, buddy. I'm like, is that the iPhone 4 the Genius iPhone 4? He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, the owner came to me and was like trying to find that. He's like, oh, I've had the whole time. I'm like, all right, word. Like he hasn't been in the company for like a while. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he just took it. But apparently
He hasn't worked for them for like years.
yeah,
Oh,
for a while.
shit. Okay.
But he said that he actually purchased the iPhone 4, that they just paid for the service. So I
Right.
think the owner didn't realize that they didn't buy it.
Yeah.
He just saw it on the plan and was like, where's this phone? I've been paying for
Right.
this. But,
Yeah, right.
But he had it on airplane mode the whole time. So like when we tried calling it, nothing ever worked.
Right.
So that's why no one ever found it.
Why does he have
Wait, yeah.
on airplane mode all the time?
Because he just uses it for music in his car. Because he has an older car, so he uses
Wow.
the iPhone plug. Yeah, I was
What a
like,
twist.
that was
Sheesh.
cracking up when I saw it. I was
Yeah.
like, had the case on everything. I'm like, that's the Genius phone.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you. Thanks. I didn't disappoint.
Yeah, no, it was a good story for sure.
Do you have any other good stories to share? Because I have a sad story that could definitely
Oh boy.
trump down this mood.
I
Yeah.
think we should get it out of the way.
Do you think we start with the sad story and go into your experience with your new story? That
Sure.
your new beginning.
Yes.
You could say.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
cool.
do
All
that.
right,
I like
so
that.
for mainly the viewers here, but I'll reinstate this to you guys. I was driving my 2003.
No. Start before that.
Oh,
Your
before
sad
that.
loss.
Okay, so
Oh.
my little leopard gecko has been like slowly but surely not being great health wise over the past, I'd say a few weeks. A few months ago, I started noticing some things, but nothing too concerning. And then, past recent weeks have been just like terrible decline.
Mhm.
I had
Ten up
to,
here. Fuck.
yeah, so I had to put her down, and that was really sad. I cried so many times.
I can imagine.
Dude.
Yeah, so I took her to the vet after work, and that was really sad. And on my way back, I was like, just trying to just get home, and there was a national flash flood warning. So this is like apparently a 100-year flood, and I was out in the middle of it,
You know about
driving
this?
over in Jersey.
A 100-year flood?
Yes, I didn't know this until like the
It
next
was
day.
national news.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. And I'm driving home, and Waze is taking me down this road, and it's like, hey, we found a 5-minute detour if you go this way. And I was like, 5-minute, all right, I'm not trying to sit in all this traffic.
5-minute wave pool. Here we go.
Yeah, so I go down like this back residential road and go through what turns out to be like probably a foot deep of a puddle.
Mhm.
And, maybe for some cars that's not too big of a deal, but I had a pretty low riding 2003 Cadillac. And after I came through that puddle, I start seeing like steam coming off of the front of the engine, and I'm like, shit. And like within 3 to 5 seconds later, the power steering just cuts out, and the car just powers down, and I'm like just rolling, and
I
I'm
don't think
like,
it has power steering.
oh
does it?
fuck, yeah, it does.
It's not hydraulic.
No,
Really?
no, yeah, I can whip the wheel around.
Oh.
It was nice for 2003, but anyway, pulled over, and I was like, all right, well, the engine is not starting. I was like trying to start it up, and nothing happened. Long story short, I got it to start, and I don't think I waited long enough to let it like fully dry out.
Yeah.
It was running. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I gave it a few minutes, and then I started driving forward, and then that's when it shut off again. Probably the worst mistake I could have made. I talked to a mechanic about it, and they're like, anyone would have done that. You're just trying to like see if the car worked.
Yeah.
It must have moved some water and flushed it into a place where it shouldn't have been. The engine's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Plain, pure, and simple. That engine is not going to
Did you
start
sell it?
without some engine, like either replacement or a rebuild, which is thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I asked if he could drop the oil pan, which is like the way that you would definitely find out if the engine's fucked up. And he's like, yeah, that alone is 9.5 hours of labor.
Oh, wow.
Which, if you didn't know, mechanic labor is billed
Like $150
absurdly
an
at
hour?
that level. Yeah,
Jesus
thousands
Christ.
of dollars.
Yeah.
Wait, so did you sell it?
I have not yet sold it. So if anyone out there needs a car that just when you want to replace the engine or fix the engine,
You know what I would do? I would put it on Craigslist for like $1,500.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and just see what happens. You know, maybe you'll get $500 out of it.
Yep.
Maybe you'll get 1,000.
I can scrap it for 500.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? Is it part of there's like a program? Or
No,
you
it was just I just called the scrapyard and was like, "How much can you quote this car?" And they're like, "Sure."
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Because they could probably sell it for 1,000. I'm sure.
Oh, I think I could sell
the
it for
parts-
1,000
the
or
parts
1,500.
alone, yeah.
Anyway, so I had to get a new car.
Woo!
I decided to go with an Elantra SEL, the
Nice.
convenience package, and I'm leasing it. I'm really happy with this car. It looks good. It drives well.
Good.
I was messing around with like adaptive cruise control and just literally driving down with just a single hand on the bottom of the wheel, just like letting it control for me. I'm like, this is nice.
That's how I normally drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
And-
give everyone just sorry. Not
No,
directly.
you're good.
To give everyone a kind of rundown about Elantras. The 2020 Elantra, Japoopy.
Japoopy.
Is it really?
It's not a good looking car.
Oh.
The 2021 Elantra,
Now that's a
that's a
model.
sexy looking car right
it's
there.
it's a big remodel. They made it pretty sharp.
The LEDs look hot.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Interior great. They
Yeah.
have, wireless charging, adaptive cruise. Everyone's talking about chips and shit, but they can get wireless charging. So I don't know the fuck you, I don't know who you're talking to, but
Yeah.
some factory guys killing it. Yeah, it's a beautiful vehicle. Dark graphite,
Thank you.
or what's the color officially called?
Patino gray.
That's a cool color. I like
Tino
that.
Gray.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
There's
Yeah,
a gray
really
color
like
that we make, and it's called Sophisto Gray. Isn't that sick?
Sophisto.
Yeah, isn't that a fucking cool
Yeah.
name?
You
You don't like
it?
that name?
Like, because I know they're trying to say sophisticated.
Are they?
I don't know if that's
I
true.
think so.
Maybe.
Because what's a sophisto?
I don't know.
Sounds like
Maybe
a
it's like
It
comic
could be a
villain.
track name. Usually they do track names.
Oh, okay.
who would have known?
Maybe. Yeah.
So I am leasing this car, right? I would say the only thing that I haven't been very impressed with so far is the lane like assistance to keep you in the lane.
Yeah.
It's not
Does it pull
super
you back?
great. It pulls you back, but the thing is so far I'm only noticing it pull me back from the yellow line on the left-hand side and not the white line.
That's how it usually works.
So the white line, it's not doing anything. The yellow line, I wish it would like pull me away and then straighten out, but I've caught it a few times, just push me away, and then I drift to the right.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not good. I turn it off on all our cars.
Yeah, I think I'm going to turn it off on mine. I turn it on occasionally, but not really.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
care if you crash on the right side. They just don't want you to hit other people.
Yeah.
Right.
I turned off my, there's like a warning that comes up for collision assistance in the front. And I turned that off for the highway because sometimes you just got to like get over real quick. And
Right.
it freaks out every time I do it. And
Does
I'm
it like break too,
hey,
or
man.
no?
I
Only if you hit the
don't
brake?
know. I don't think I've gotten close enough to maybe trigger it.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah.
You like it?
I
Happy?
love it. I'm
Good.
really
Yeah,
really
good for you,
happy. I
man.
mean, other than the fact that I'm paying money for it, which I hate doing in general for anything.
You're right.
I'm really, really happy with my purchase.
I'll buy your next car then.
Oh yeah?
So that way you get a nice car, and I like buying things. So
Thanks, man.
I knew where that was
That
going.
works for me.
Yeah, right.
I know I was going. I'm like, wait, what?
It's a
I'm like,
win-win.
wait, you get rich or something? Like,
Yeah,
is this the announcement here? We're getting the jet skis and everything.
You're right.
Yeah. So ask me about my car sales experience.
Oh yeah. So obviously I'm in the car industry. So I wanted to know how Sam felt buying a car from Hyundai, which is not the highest.
They're not a premium. They're
not
not
a
known
premium
for as a
brand.
premium brand.
Yeah. I would say they make
manufacturer.
nice cars though. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
for
starting
sure.
to do a lot better as well, just with like the new Palisade and the Ioniq 4 or 5.
Yeah.
There's some nice cars. So.
Yep. And before they had Genesis, which have you ever heard of a Genesis, Danny?
I think I have, but I couldn't tell you what it's like.
They're-
Joe Zarco had one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. Okay.
where they have
Yep,
like that
yep.
flag. It's kind of like wings.
Yes.
Kind of like
Yeah.
It's almost like a
badge in
Bentley.
front.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a Bentley.
Yeah.
That
The
used to
logo,
be
not the car.
That used to be like their premium model cars, and they were just branded as Genesis.
Yeah.
They've since like
Separated.
started their own thing.
Okay.
So that used to be like their premium level. So they know how to make premium cars.
Yeah.
But now they're just sticking with the basic Hyundai stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, did you want to go from there? Because I feel like I think what Troy's about to get into is that the salesmen are a little bit different than when you go to like a premium car dealership. And they just kind of walk up. They're like, "Hey, how can I help you? Do you want to like go over buying this car?" And I'm like, sure. I was like, I kind of already know what I want. And they're like, oh,
Oh my
okay.
God. Oh my God. Guys, whistle.
yeah.
Sales matter.
But
Do they like that? I assume that's like kind of
what do
like in terms of like what are the target customer qualities that you're going after, Troy?
I would say the target customer is someone who calls in and says, "Hi, can I speak to sales?" "Oh yeah, this is sales. How are you?" "I'm looking at this 2017 BMW 5 Series with 12,000 miles on it. The stock number is this. I want to finance the car for 60 months and put this much money down." "Oh, perfect. Let me see what I can do for you." That's pretty much it. Because when you come in on a new car, it can bounce around from, an X1 to an X3 or an X3 to X5, or I want this color versus this color. If they call in on a specific used model, it's like that's the only car that they want, and the reason they're calling is for that vehicle specifically.
Right.
And especially if they're calling from Jersey or somewhere else, that's usually the best case scenario, because that means they're gonna, if the price is right, they're gonna drive up and take it. If not, then I'll never talk to them again.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
the thing that I also didn't like when I was there is I've worked at a car dealership. My best friend is also sells cars. So like I kind of know the shtick of how it's supposed to go. And when they're like, when I can tell that they don't have the answers to the questions I'm asking, and they just go, all right, let me see if I can do that. And then they get up and walk away and then go to the sales office and like talk to the person and then come back. I'm like, do you think maybe I should just talk with him myself?
Yeah.
Right. Talk numbers?
I
Because you
still
clearly don't know the numbers.
I still have to do that numbers wise, but not because I don't know the numbers, because I can't make the decision. Like I can
He's not
say,
allowed to.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll know how much we can do on a car or something, and I can like I can push back, or I can, give it up.
Yeah.
But if it comes to like sales questions or warranty questions or stuff like that, or like car questions, like if you don't know that, then that's not a good sign.
Yeah. I think they were relatively new. Also, I wanted to add, I don't know, when was the last time you got a car?
Long time.
I have my parents' old car still.
So you've never been to a shop to like go through the whole purchasing process?
No, never.
Okay.
It's weird.
Let me tell you, it is weird. It is
Yeah.
weird. I honestly, having now done it without going through someone I know, I don't really want to do that if I don't have to.
Yeah.
Besides even the salesmen themselves, I worked with finance, which is like where you go after you've decided like all the car things you want to do. You talk packages, warranties, that kind of stuff. I declined to all of these right off the bat, which, just so you know, means that the finance guy gets no commission,
money,
pretty much nothing out of this.
Yeah.
They are trying to sell you stuff so that they can get their
they can
split.
make money. Yeah, right.
So if you say nothing, they're like, all right, I'm fucking making nothing off this shit.
Cross off fucking the commission.
So I did this with this guy and like was just like, yeah, no. And like there was one question he'd ask you and he'd be like, oh, so why don't you want this one? I'm like, just for the price and, on top of what I get out of it, I just don't think, it's worth it. And he's like, well, I think it's worth it if you consider like this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but I just don't think I'm going to
Did he do a good job on the pitch or no?
Yeah, I wouldn't. He didn't do a bad job.
The best way to pitch it, like from what I've seen, is like if you break it down, some of those packages actually financially make sense.
Yes.
If you can actually prove that
Then-
as a
then
finance
they'll
manager
sell
and they
it.
still don't buy it, then you're an idiot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he didn't do any of that. I pretty much did all my math because I needed to check it all.
It's probably easier with BMW just because, like for us, if brakes we know cost whatever $700 to $800 something for each front.
Yeah,
or
and
rear.
you can sell a package when it costs that much because you will save money.
Yeah, and you're going to go through brakes on your lease if you're getting a
Yeah.
45,000 mile lease.
Yeah.
So
My brakes cost $25.
Oh, fucking hell.
that makes no sense.
Really cheap.
Wow.
Is that true?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Mine are even more than that.
How much are yours?
I think mine were like 150 or something.
That's
Oh,
still
no.
cheap as
So
hell.
that's probably what you went to pay to get your brakes changed, correct?
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like
Yeah,
if
it
you
is.
bought
That's
them?
including
Oh,
labor.
yeah.
I'm talking the literal brake pads are
Yeah.
$25.
That's crazy. Ours are probably like 300.
Theirs are easily $300.
Holy shit.
more.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when they go and spend money on brakes, it's like, okay, if I get a $1,000 package, I might actually save some money.
Yeah, right.
For me, I literally had to bring him down to $500, and I did the math on my phone, and I was like, yeah, if we can't get to this number, it's literally not worth it for me. And he was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'll see what I can do. And he like, did he punch his little numbers? He's like, I can do this. And it was $4 over
No, I want you to
500.
pay
Yeah.
more for the brakes. You
Yeah,
don't get
I
it,
was like-
Sam.
That was close.
Samuel, I want to make money off you. What
Right.
do you understand here?
But yeah,
Right.
so
Buy
this guy was pissed when I told him no. And I was like, he was like, so like, are you sure you don't want to do anything? And I was like looking at the things. He has like these
Was it sheets?
laminated, yeah,
Oh,
like
there's
laminated
laminated
sheets. And I was like really looking at him, and I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna do it. And I sat and stared at these things for like 20 straight seconds. No, neither of us said anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, no, not gonna do it. And he like turned over to a computer, and he was like, he was like punching keys in like real loud and shit. You could just tell he was like, I don't know why he was so ticked off.
I think it was because you were an early delivery, and that's why.
I was right in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably why he's like, I'm about to make some money this morning. I had to be
Yeah,
early
and
so I get the
then-
paperwork ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't get the paperwork ready. Anyway.
How was the paperwork process, like signing and stuff? Was it how many signatures do you think total you signed?
Like including
Total signatures.
total signatures, probably between 10 and 15.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
normal. Mhm. It's a lot.
Yeah,
Annoying.
it is a lot. It's a lot to sign. A lot of electronic signing here and there.
Yeah.
We have a full pad now. It fits our table on our finance office.
Whoa.
So it's really like a giant docu-pad, they call it.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I did get one of the warranty coverage package.
Yeah.
He brought it down to like $500, which is what I told him. Like, if this doesn't cost $500, then I'm not going to get it. And he
Right.
made it cost $500. I'm like, cool, I'll take
right.
it. So I did pretty good there. And then I think that probably brought his mood up a little bit, but
He's like, hey,
I still
I own
don't-
it for $100.
I think he probably made like $5 off that.
That's
funny.
not a lot.
It does suck. I kind of feel sympathy for him.
It's like a weird process. Like I feel like nothing is like the car business when it comes to like
It's very
negotiating.
weird. And I think part of that is because every dealership's different. And there's just so many.
Yeah.
I think it's part of that. It's like all the dealerships, like some dealerships will devalue a car so much that when you go to another dealership, you're expecting the same devaluation, like
Yeah. You
discount.
just can't do that.
It's like if every dealership was on the same board of, we're only going to discount a max of like a certain amount, it would really help everyone because then it would come down to like who's the better negotiator / who's the better customer service and who's better at like approaching it.
Right.
But at some point, people are just like willing to lose thousands of dollars. Like
Yeah.
at certain dealerships, they're literally just like, yeah, we'll make it up somewhere else. So like, screw it. We'll just take like a $2,000 loss on this car and make sure that the other dealership doesn't get it.
Yeah.
And it all is like competitive thing.
Yeah. Right.
So it's really a shit show. It's bad.
Yeah. But, I wouldn't give them a terrible rating. They were all very nice, easy to work with. My salesman, I was like asking some tech questions and they just like weren't super certain about it. And then another salesman came by and she's like, oh, we can ask him. She was like, he's our tech guy. And I was just like,
That's pretty
all
much what happened with
It's
me.
like, yes, I should have worked with that guy the whole time. Maybe,
Yeah, right.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll definitely ask for that fuck if I come back. So,
That's funny. Yeah, I've definitely had people like work with some of the other gentlemen there, like older guys.
oh no.
And they've like
I
come
can't
back.
even.
And like the second they've come back to buy cars and they're like, yeah, I'm just going to work with you this time because like you actually know the cars. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely helpful when you go to someone and they're like, oh, so like, what's the like sensitivity of the active cruise control or what's the sensitivity of the frontal collision? It's like, if you know that, that's gonna help someone make a decision because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like-
I'm not sure. We can drive it if you want.
Yeah,
you
wanna
can
get a
figure
feel
it
for it?
out. It's like, I don't have time for that. Like, just tell me. you know?
Right.
Is this all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive?
They
You know
don't
what I
know
mean?
that.
Some people, they know, but they don't know like the percentage. So like for us, most of our cars are all-wheel drive, but rear-wheel bias with 40% front, 60% rear. So
Okay.
that's the part they don't know.
And I was going to say that's pretty technical.
I would definitely need somebody to accompany me when I buy a car.
You should.
I'll be there.
yes. I was
Yeah.
going to say you should.
Make sure you do it on Thursday, and I'll.
I mean, I'm not planning
don't,
to buy a car.
Don't do a
but-
Saturday. So
Yeah.
I really wanted to be there. That would fun.
that
Yeah.
would have been fun.
I was like, yeah, I'm his cousin.
Right.
Yeah.
We look
Yo,
at us.
I almost debated calling him. Troy's like, nah, that'd be weird. I'm like, why? I could just say you're my dad. You know,
Yeah,
just like
right.
over the phone, just be like, yeah,
Hey,
this is my
son.
dad.
Yeah.
How's it
Don't
going?
even- I wouldn't even talk differently. You could just talk normal.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think you're probably going to sound the exact same as you do now in 20 years.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think I'm good.
You think our voices are done?
For
They'll
sure.
They'll get a little deeper probably eventually.
Yeah, I
but
hope mine gets
They'll get a little older.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
they'll get deeper.
older.
I don't know how to describe it. But
Oh,
Lose all my
back.
teeth.
yeah, I was gonna say you could get like
Yeah.
a crack mouth or something.
Yeah,
Like,
right. I wish my voice was
Oh, I have
slightly
a great
deeper.
example.
Slightly deeper.
Have you guys seen what's the movie called? Ricky Bobby. What's that movie called?
Oh, Talladega Nights.
Yes. So in that movie, Will Ferrell goes, or he gets like the first win, and he goes on the mic and he's like, "The car's faster than that." That is a fucking awesome scene. He's
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
"Oh, I like drive cars fast." Hey Ricky, can you speak up?
I think that's probably one of
Fast
the most
car.
quoted movies ever. It's like, it's up there. Like
In the
That's-
movie with Will Ferrell and
Yeah.
what's his name?
John,
yeah, something like that.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. because I mean, obviously Step Brothers.
Yeah, right.
That's
John
probably the
Step
best
Brothers
one.
is
Riley,
He's John C. Riley. Yeah.
John C. Riley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's funny, man.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's
They're
funny.
both funny.
Whatever happened to Galifianakis? I haven't seen him in a minute.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who
Cool.
knows?
I know he did like a show for a while.
Have
on
you
FX.
ever seen Between Two Ferns? Is that what it's
I
called?
have.
Between
Yes.
Two Ferns.
Yo, if you,
Yes.
dude, it's like Zach's show, and he just fucking like
Oh,
trolls people.
where he messed with people. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had
Yes.
Hillary Clinton
Oh my-
on too.
He
That
had
was really
Barack
funny, yeah.
Obama, dude. He
Yes,
does,
I
he
did
does
see
some
that. That
funny
was really-
shit on that
He's
show.
like roasts all of them. It's so
Yes,
funny.
Yeah, he does.
yes. Everyone that comes on, he just like
Do you
shits
think
on them.
all the politicians who go on like actually know what the show is? Or you
Yes,
think they, okay.
yeah. for
They
sure.
must. There's
Yeah,
no way.
they wouldn't go on if they
That'd be
didn't.
so funny. They're
Yeah.
just like, yeah, you suck, man. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
Eric Andre gets some people. Somehow.
Oh, he
There's-
100%.
You can tell there are
does.
people that are like, I have no idea what the show is.
He gets everyone because they don't tell them shit before they come on.
That's
They just
awesome.
have them sign papers and go onto the show.
Right.
So if they haven't watched and done their research, then the whole thing is like. Plus the fact that even if they did do their research, they have no idea what Eric's going to do for that episode because
besides
every
that. Yeah,
episode
I
is
know.
just
It's
wildly
wild.
different. Yeah,
Eric Andre show that has some funny fucking bits.
pretty
man.
chaotic,
Oh
man.
man.
I like his like starting intro to the show.
Like the song.
Oh
Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
put together. Oh,
Yeah,
I like
that's
how
really
they
good.
put together the set in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's just like a super shitty set.
Yeah.
Funny stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to get into our movie talk?
Sure.
Well, okay, wait.
Yeah.
Because if we do movie talk, I still have not seen Black Widow.
Okay, we'll skip.
We
the
can
Black
do
Widow
Loki.
part.
All right, we'll do a general review of Black Widow real quick.
All right.
and then we'll
And
do
then-
space.
and then we'll do
We'll talk about
Loki.
Loki. Then we'll go to Space Jam.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I feel like Loki we're going to want to talk about for a while.
Yeah. Was there anything else I wanted to mention about the car stuff? I just wanted to see if there's anything else. Like question I had. For
Oh,
you.
also, actually, really quick, I
up?
have an Austin update.
Oh.
Not looking good. So, because the problem is that we can't like figure out A, how to get tickets, and B, when the shows are. So it's like going to be impossible to plan. You know.
So when are we gonna do one in Philly? Let's
Yeah,
figure
right.
that
So
out. Let's
that's
figure that
yeah,
out.
right.
That
I
seems
need
like-
to commit to
Because
a
I keep
date.
getting false hope here.
I
and
know,
I'm gonna
I know,
fucking.
man. I
And
know.
also,
It's-
don't get stuck trying to like bank on a time with Vishal because you're just gonna like
very-
rely on him. You
Yeah.
just need to do it yourself.
Where is he? Where's Rachel?
He was down
Vegas?
here. I hung out with him today. But he's hanging out with his cousin right now.
Oh, okay.
But he's going back tomorrow.
He lives in Vegas now, right?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Moved
moved out
from-
of California during
Yeah,
COVID.
good
Yeah.
idea.
Because, I mean, apparently the rents are like way
Yeah.
cheaper.
Also, Las Vegas blew the fuck up during this. Like
Did it really?
in the past year, real estate is up 17%.
That's good.
That's crazy. I don't
That's
think they can
nuts.
support that.
I know a shit ton of YouTubers who are also moving to Las Vegas from California.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
optimally V to Vegas.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
No income tax.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
nice.
really?
Yeah. That's why I think
State
why a
income
lot
tax.
of people go. State
Also, no
yeah.
water. So,
Right.
so there's a trade off.
Good point.
That is a good point. So movies.
Yeah.
So let's just say Black Widow. What would you give out of 10?
Like a 6, maybe even less.
Wow. Really?
I'd give 6.5.
Like, and saying 5 is average. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
A little bit above average.
yeah, it's just like,
Yeah, I'd give 6.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Now that you say it,
it wasn't really good. Doesn't move the MCU forward.
I feel like it just didn't fit. Like the
Didn't fit.
the
It was
plot.
awkwardly released.
Yeah. I feel like they promised her a solo movie and
Yeah.
just they gave it to her,
Yeah.
and it was just. I mean, the blonde girl was cool.
Yeah.
The guy from Stranger Things was okay. He was kind of funny. I
Oh yeah,
guess.
David Harbour. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
he was-
I liked him. I
was
thought
good.
he was actually the best part.
But wait, he's Hellboy.
Yes.
Hellboy.
in the remake. Yeah.
Isn't
Yes.
that Marvel as well?
No, it's
What is
I
that?
believe that's Dark Horse Comics.
Oh,
Or
I
it's-
didn't know that. I
or
thought it was
it's-
Marvel.
yeah,
I thought they
yeah,
owned him.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was just going to say that I just read that in an interview, she said that she is like trying to be done with the MCU.
Who?
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah.
So that kind of makes sense as to why maybe this movie felt like it was like she wanted a movie, we gave her a movie, and now she's out.
Yeah. It was supposed to be released a year ago.
Right.
Over a year ago. I don't know.
I think it would have been way better trailing the end of Endgame
Yeah.
than it would have been sitting now after 3 Marvel shows.
Yeah.
Because 3 Marvel shows, a lot of the people are pretty much. I mean, I'm going to speak for myself here, but we're like 3 shows deep into a progressing post Thanos Marvel universe.
Mhm.
So for anyone to go back, for any movie to take place in a time that's way long ago, doesn't really have a lot of other superheroes, and B, not having any relevance to the current plot line.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to expect a lot of people to be like, yeah,
Yeah,
let's get
right.
hype? It's just not a hype.
It was definitely
movie.
a closer though. Like the end scene. something closer to her story. I think
Good.
just like kind of getting it out of the way.
Yeah.
But you never know with Marvel, man. They could just be like,
Yeah.
the undead version of her comes back.
Exactly.
The Russian.
Apparently also, I heard that there was issues between her and Ryan Reynolds. Now that he's coming in, like she doesn't want anything to do with him.
Why was she offended by like Deadpool?
I think they were married at one point.
Really?
Oh,
And, like, they just hate
think-
each other,
I
I
think
think.
you're right.
They
You want to
hate
use
each other.
that nifty computer of yours to find out if they were married? Sweet. Whoa, he's doing it so weird.
I'm pretty sure it was something like that.
Yeah.
And she wanted out. I mean, also these people have been doing the same thing for like 10 plus years. I don't really blame them.
Yep, they got married in 2008 and divorced in 2010.
Yeah, it only took him 2 years to get divorced.
After long careful consideration on both our and parts, we decided to end early marriage in Russia with Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, but apparently they hate each other. So that they don't want to do any fucking MCU shit
He's
together.
hilarious, dude.
That makes sense.
And like I think Deadpool's going to be like one of those characters that'll pop up in everything. So
He's gonna be great.
yeah,
Yeah, that's exciting.
yeah. So
He
but
is
anyway,
a great
Black
Deadpool.
Widow. I honestly I think this is like the rare MCU movie you can skip. Personally,
I agree. I don't need to see
It
it.
doesn't set up
I don't need to
anything.
see it.
It's also, and here's the other thing.
The end credit
So-
scene is the only thing you should see.
Yeah. Even then, I don't think you need to. You can.
Yeah, it's not that important.
You'll figure out where. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that. So like the movie itself, really quick. Like it's really dumb that it's not like a Jason Bourne style. Like it should just
I
be like a
agree.
spy movie. It
should be a straight spy
thriller.
action,
James
like,
Bond
fight.
style, like
Yeah.
cool action. Because it's like it gets over the top, man. Like
She didn't really fight.
stupidly so.
Yeah, at the end, like
Yeah.
towards the end,
End
yeah,
is
yeah.
so
Too much airborne stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's Fast and Furious. Yeah, I was really expecting to see like a real spy fighting, like
Yeah, that's what I
really
thought,
see
too.
her cool ass moves come to like light.
Yeah.
But really, she was kind of like a bystander for a lot of the movie. Like she was kind of the one looking into her either sister doing something
Yeah.
or I don't know. It just seemed like she was always kind of waiting around for something to come to her
Yeah.
and nothing that she was really sought after besides the last guy. But
Yeah.
that was a cool switch up at the end. But that was about it. I mean,
The Taskmaster thing was dumb.
yes, very. It was kind of just thrown in there to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Distract.
really care. There's some fans that are like, "Oh, it wasn't the original Taskmaster." That's fine.
The character was cool. Like
The character's cool.
that was a badass scene in the
Yeah.
beginning.
It was.
But besides that, I mean, it would have been cool to see more of that actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like
So-
I would have rather seen that movie and a Hawkeye movie like really early on, like Iron Man, Hulk era,
Mm-hmm.
because then you build up all six and get them the rightful solo movie they deserve.
Right.
Build the Avengers and then completely finish that era. Go to the next step, which would be more mythical space shit, which
Yeah.
would be a good like phase in. Because what they call the next second phase 2? What's it called? Is it called
This next phase coming up.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a name yet.
I thought what phase we're in? Like phase what were we in?
Oh, we're in 4.
Yeah, so phase 4. I thought it isn't called like the space something or I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
It's not the Infinity.
I don't think
Well,
saga.
they just called like the last 3 phases the Infinity Saga after like it wrapped up.
I thought they already
Maybe
had
they'll call
like
this
some
like
kind
the
of space.
multiversal.
I have a feeling that Marvel might go a route of not sticking to like didn't they say that there were 3 phases to the Infinity?
Yes, 3
Yeah.
saga, 3 phases to the
Yeah,
saga.
and-
I don't think they will stick with that.
No,
like a 3-phase structure.
No.
Or
3-phase
Yes,
structure.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
I don't think they're going to stick.
I mean, we can probably get into Loki and discuss it, but yeah, it's interesting what they're setting up.
It's gonna be all over the place.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
gonna
really
wild.
fun all
It's
over the place.
wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yes. All right. So Loki, thoughts and overall.
Yeah,
Rating.
so-
Let's see the rating first.
Okay, sure. Overall, I thought it was really good. I think like as a show, it kind of fails in some respects. Like if you get like if you get into like the deep film of it all and like how it's structured, but I think it's like a perfect way, especially the state of the world, to set up what's going on with the MCU. So, and I'm really excited.
Rating.
I'd probably give it like an 8.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna solid 8 with Loki. I thought it was really good.
I'd go personally. If it was 8 episodes, I'd probably give it a 9. But I'm gonna go 8.5. I think the perfect amount of episodes for an MCU show or Marvel show would be 8.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Falcon Winter Soldier's 8?
I think that was also 6.
6. Was there any other 8? Maybe it was WandaVision.
I think WandaVision was 7.
7.
And I was just going to say that 7.
maybe
would
7.
be
Yeah, whatever. I
perfect.
think one more. I think 6 is a little too short because like halfway through the season is only 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That just kind of feels a little too quick for me.
Yeah.
I think there was some episodes that could have cut out some fluff and made it more entertaining. But I
agree.
guess that part because like the love story stuff
just didn't work.
It
for
didn't
me at all.
really do anything. Like it didn't I guess it kind of built their character, like how they always end up being the selfish Lokis.
Yeah.
But it still kind of had me it really took a little too much time on it for what they were trying to pan out at the end. I really liked that planet scene where they the other Lokis, like the alligator, and that was the old Loki with the powers. That was really cool. I love that scene.
Yeah,
and I love how they kind of portrayed Loki, that it's not just him. Like all the Lokis are like menaces, and they just are
liars, mischievous.
Yeah, like there's corruption always comes their way.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool. I saw someone say, it was like a TikTok or something. They were like, "Oh, I found a loophole in Loki." It's like, well, if there's free will, then how come Doctor Strange said that there was like this many million ways and they got the right one? I guess it's just that the TVA is bullshit, right? But there is free will, right?
Yeah, there is free will. They're purposely stopping.
They're trying to stop free will.
Okay,
but,
wait.
Yeah.
Wait. So
and with him getting the one scenario is what they planned for him to do.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So there was only one scenario in which they defeat Thanos and things go back.
Wanted them to see her.
Getting fucked. Have to,
What the fuck?
we're gonna have to. Here, 31 minutes.
Let's put it back. Watch.
I don't know how long it's been doing that.
I don't think it's been doing it long.
I only
Watch.
just heard it.
Stop. Everyone stop talking.
Well, yeah, of course they're not gonna do it.
I think you're just shaking it.
Yeah, but it's like spiking randomly.
No, I think it's because I was
shaking it.
touching. No, I was touching the power button on here,
Oh.
and it was causing it to freak out.
So it's good now?
I think so.
Sometimes it just goes to spike. Like, watch. If I just get...
I could hear it. I could hear the feedback on it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
All right, so we'll pick up from where we were. Nice.
All right.
So I was going to say that I totally agree in the sense of my rating. I think I was about to give it a 9. But I think I was going to give it a 9 because of how much I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think the characters are what kind of built was
The characters are great. The fact that we're like diving into this craziness of a universe. The love story thing, I think, in my mind, was there to portray like Loki's character changing. The thing, so the whole love story thing, I guess, is maybe a little bit overpanned. A little, I guess, overdone. Is that what you were trying to say? But there's a scene on the last episode where after Sylvie pushes him through, that Loki like just sits there and he's like
depressed.
he's like realizing, he's like, holy shit, like I just like fell in love with that girl and she can't trust anyone, and like that's like a part of me kicking himself out of the like that relationship, of like that ever happening. Like that was making him happy. He's like, whoa, like I found this girl who's like amazing, and she was like too fucked up.
But he's too
to be able to.
Yeah.
Well, right, maybe, but he's like, it's like him acknowledging like
you're right.
that self-acknowledgement.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty deep. And I was like, wow, that concludes their, obviously they're not going to work out. I think he just realized that, but still.
No, I agree. It like built his character a lot, is what I'm saying. It's just
Yeah.
like, I don't know, some parts I feel like it could have got a little too long.
It's cool because like
because it was 6 episodes. If it was more episodes, it would have been perfect fine. It would have been fine.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was just like, hoping, like one thing with Loki that I think that we don't get enough of is just cool ass to see his abilities, like his fights. We've always been gypped of seeing his full on like potential, and we know he's strong. He used to fight with Thor and go in war, like in wars and shit.
Yeah, right.
So he definitely has cool ass powers, and I want to see more like dagger. Like, remember the one scene in Thor? I think it was Thor 1 was when they fight the ice giants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Loki does like a fake of himself.
Yeah.
and it's a quick scene, and like one of the ice guys like falls off the cliff or something.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking cool. I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
And in Thor 1 as well, when he tries to lift the hammer in the desert and no one can see him, he's just totally invisible.
Yeah, right.
So it's like I got to see more fucking skill from him in the first ever movie he ever appeared in, and I haven't seen any like cool shit since that. And you usually it's the other way around, like Iron Man.
I'll tell you why.
First Iron Man,
magic doesn't work at the TVA, so that's a big catch. And
That's
the
true.
majority of him in the show is him in the TVA.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
But I was gonna say like the other reason is because back when the MCU was starting, and that's when they introduced all these characters, like they did not want to dip their toes in magic at all. Like and Thor was like the closest thing they ever got to
Yeah,
magic.
but why'd they show those moves then? Like that was pure magic, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's pure magic, but like they didn't, like you can tell, like if you rewatch them versus now, even starting at Strange, obviously, but like they were super weirded out because like the market wasn't really like.
So do you think they'll still like in the future we'll see a Loki with Cool
I
magic.
think so.
Really?
I think we're gonna see, dude. I want Richard E. Grant back. That's my favorite Loki of all of them.
Which one?
The old guy.
Yeah,
The old
guy was
Loki.
cool as shit.
Oh.
Bad motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Like he
Yes.
had powers. You
oh,
know,
he's got
yeah.
fucking
Well, okay.
spells
He built a
out the
fucking-
wazoo.
yeah.
So
yeah.
also the thing is, as an Asgardian, the older they get, the stronger they
in
are,
theory,
right?
Yeah,
But he's not really
that's
technically-
kinda
So
true.
that
not-
guy
oh, yeah, he
was.
did, yeah.
He said that he went off to some planet and just like fucked off for like God knows how long.
Yeah.
He was trained. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? He
Tried
just
to
did
learn.
anything. He was trying to be by himself.
But Loki did say
So-
when he saw that, he's like, "Oh, I guess we're stronger than we think."
Yes, I think a lot
Yeah.
of this too is that Loki's like pretty young, and you know they have a ton of abilities that they don't even understand that they know how to do. Hence
Right.
why Sylvie was able to teach him how to enchant things.
Yeah.
You know, so like they have a lot of potential Lokis.
Oh yeah.
I would love to see Loki actually become a king or something of a group.
I'm
I mean,
sure
it
there
could happen.
was, right?
Now
That'd
we
be
have
really-
infinite Lokis.
Just that picture of like the one, even for like the teasers of the show, it was just the one they like end up killing or
Yeah.
something. But the Loki looked like him
Yeah.
and had like the suit on and shit. That was that was a cool look.
Yeah. it
I would
was.
love to see that. Some
for
kind
sure.
of vigilante world where he's like king.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Kang, man.
Yeah, what do you
What
think?
a performance.
What do you
Yeah.
think about the look of him and like
Yeah, I dug it.
I-
It was like his old. I think it was like a Mortis. I think it was based off of, which is another.
and he'll be back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, but I don't think he's gonna. He'll never be like that again, acting wise.
No, he won't be. He
You're
won't
gonna
no,
see
it'll
a
be a
Kang
silly-
that's
Yeah.
way more stoic and like
But you'll
serious.
See, you'll see a
Yeah.
bunch of different versions of them.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a bunch of different versions of everybody.
a
It's gonna
quirky,
be
agree.
insane.
like a quirky, jovial,
Yeah.
kind of friendly one, never showing up again.
I don't think so.
Nope.
It's gonna be all evil ones that just come to
Yeah,
fuck
just
up everything.
savages or people that are like very serious
Well,
about taking over the world.
probably because that Kang has already succeeded at what he was trying to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'd been doing that for a long,
So the other
long
one-
time.
long motherfucking time.
Yeah.
So there's other ones. They're ones that are trying to complete that, and they're still in their
Yeah,
rage
right.
mode.
Oh, we are getting
oh,
a
fuck.
flash flood alert.
Those cameras are getting it too.
Yeah.
Do you just keep the recording on?
Sure.
I think
You
it
gotta
can.
fix it. You gotta fix your end.
Both cameras? Oh, it's back. How the other one? Check the other scenes there.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. Cool.
Sorry about that, folks.
Drawbacks to recording with phones.
Yeah, right.
phones. We're not recording phones.
What were you saying, Danny?
With professional equipment.
What was I saying?
You're saying about
Kang living for a
Kang, yeah.
long time.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really cool, man.
the Spider-Man
So-
stuff.
Oh,
I'm
big
so
leak.
fucking
Did you hear about this
excited.
big leak?
No.
So there's a
Or
toy
do we,
leak.
do we want to know?
Oh, the black suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but more so about that suit. You know what else it has? Like
What?
he gets
What
like
is it?
strange powers from it.
What?
Like Spider-Man, I think is gonna start using magic,
Like what?
like magic webs and shit like that.
Why? What's the logic there?
I think I think the idea is that, like, you know how Stark upgraded his suit? I think Strange is going to upgrade his suit in No Way Home, and it's going to have like magic capabilities.
I think they're trying
Really?
to hide it
Yeah.
everywhere because I don't see the.
Yeah.
I
Troy's
saw it
trying to
though. I
spoil
saw
this
it.
for me.
He had like these like cool, like strange looking gauntlets. And, like,
Really?
they had like magic webs coming out of it. It was fucking cool, man.
Oh, this.
Yeah. No, that's not it. No. Oh wait, is it?
Yeah,
Does it say
I
No Way
think
Home and
it's
stuff?
so it was spoiled by this toy.
Yeah, No Way Home.
Yeah, but it
Black
wasn't
and
this
gold
toy
suit.
specifically. But yeah, because like there's a toy that with like the concept art, and like you see him like casting spells.
It sucks that there's like scumbags that are working in toy manufacturing businesses that like get these leaks and they're
Oh,
like, "Here
that?
you go."
No, that's his.
Yeah, wait, go back. Yeah, go back up to that.
No, that's the. Oh wait, no, that's
yeah,
the
that's
fake.
it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Doctor Strange enhanced.
Like he's gonna be able to like cast spells
Wow.
and shit. That's gonna be nuts.
We'll do. We don't know if that's gonna be like permanent though. Like, what if it's just a variant of him or something?
I mean, yeah, what does that mean anymore? Like
I know.
permanence, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Which
We're
is
gonna
like kind of
see-
the one thing that's sort
it's,
of
it's pretty much confirmed
So-
that we're seeing Tobey Maguire and
pretty much.
Andrew Garfield.
Here's
yeah.
I want to know how they go about like having the timelines crash into each other. Like
Yeah.
so just because of what happened, why are we going to start seeing like random people just start showing up on timelines?
Well,
Why
no.
is that a
So
thing?
I think it's like if you look at the maps, like when it's breaking, like
Yeah.
I think there are going to be physical multiversal rifts where people can jump in and out of,
yeah.
like randomly. And
They're
Strange is gonna
really
have to
fucking
fix
this
them.
shit up, huh?
Yeah, like they just fucked everything.
Yeah,
and
but
also,
there's-
what's another thing is like this is also taking place during any point in time. So like
Yeah, so it's
things
not
that have
just, like-
happened might also get fucked up
And
now.
and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is probably canon, so that's by its own timeline.
Yeah, right.
So then
It's its
now
own-
that is like a branch timeline that now can rift to other timelines.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's my guess.
because like there's an infinite multiverse that
Yeah, so-
each had their own. Like Kang was altering every time multiverse's timeline, and so now that that's fucked, I guess that means that without that, like there's just chaos and mess. So
It's so weird to me that Kang's entire plan and plot and the whole thing ended at like that specific point.
Because he knows
Like-
he's gonna get back to that point. He knows himself will get back to that point.
No.
Right?
I mean, he knows that, but why was that specific point there the point that he stopped
I think the idea is
determining
that
it?
it's like, okay, I have to craft a multiverse, right? Or like
Right.
the timeline for every multiverse. And just like how it works out, like this is as far as I can take it.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Just
right.
like it's gonna crash and burn unless somebody takes over, or that it's just gonna crash and burn and fuck it. I've been
Okay,
doing this
so he's
for so
went that
long.
far.
So it's like this is as far as I
Oh.
can take it. Like it's either you guys continue or it goes into
or
chaos.
just fuck it.
Because
It's done.
and he
Yeah.
sees that the Lokis are
'Cause he was
starting to
done.
cause an
Because
He was
issue.
any
done.
way I can alter this, like this is the longest I can extend this.
And a Loki will eventually mess it up unless I
Oh,
either make a
you see what I'm
Loki.
saying?
No, and I think what Danny's saying is totally right, because think about it. If he got to a point where he was in that room with them and it was still being predetermined, he's like, I can still just keep doing this. And then
Right.
I think he finally got to the point where he
got to the
broke
point-
it
yeah.
by giving them the choice.
Right.
He was like, I can just keep doing this as long as I want forever,
Yeah.
or
He said he's like I can no longer see it. Right? Wasn't
Yeah. He's
that-
like, yeah, I passed the threshold. I don't know what's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
it's your choice, pretty much.
that's so it's so weird to me. Like, what the fuck was his goal? To stop
goal
the
was to
to
stop-
prevent the war.
Yeah, which is
Wow.
crazy. His goal was just to
That's
stop
so
himself
nuts.
from taking over.
Thanos,
Yeah.
right? Salvation.
Ugh, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
That's what Thanos was trying
What
to
an
do.
interesting
Also,
character.
yeah.
That he created something like that. Like
Yeah.
he created the
He's
time
badass.
travel, right?
Yeah.
And then all he had to then had the rest of his objective was just to make sure that it wasn't an all-out war all the time.
Yeah,
So we're
with
still
himself.
On, we're
With
still
himself.
on board.
Yeah,
We're still on board that.
Sheesh.
and remember what I was saying? What was like the movie that was gonna be like quintessential for the MCU going forward was the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Ties right into it.
Into
Into
Kang.
Kang, yeah, because that's Reed Richards, like, and like he is the ancestor of Reed Richards. Like they're related.
Who came first?
Reed Richards.
How did he exist? Like, when did he exist beforehand if he hasn't been introduced?
Well,
He's still
we don't know. I mean, it could be a
he's still-
multiverse thing.
He's not gonna be like a kid becoming Reed
Yeah.
Richards. He's
Do you
gonna
think
already be
Reed is
Richards.
going to be introduced now?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
Fantastic
yeah.
Four's coming. Yeah,
Yeah, there's confirmed like Fantastic Four movie.
they already announced
yeah.
the movie.
Yeah, but see, so here's the problem for me. So I've never read anything about the Fantastic Four comics wise.
Yeah.
So
So the only perspective I have is that really shitty movie where they had the Silver
Oh,
Surfer
yeah.
and
See,
they
that's a shame.
fought Galactus.
yeah, but they still
Yeah.
have that. Still shows you that there's four. There's a Fantastic Four. Reed Richards is one of the four. He will be in it. And
He's
it's been
one
announced.
of the four.
Yeah,
Reed Richards leads the team.
He leads the team.
Yeah.
He's
How do
the-
I not remember him as a
I'll show
character?
you.
I thought
You
there
do.
was like
You'll
the
know.
He's Mr.
flame.
Fantastic. He's the guy that stretches his arms and everything.
That's Reed,
Reed
Richards.
Richards,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's-
I thought Reed
Yeah.
Richards was
That's
like a
Reed
kid
Richards
that
right
was
here.
a genius.
Nope, he's a genius adult.
Yeah.
That's Reed Richards.
Who is the little kid?
And look
that
who's playing him.
is-
Apparently, look who's teased to play
Oh
him.
wow,
He's gonna
John
be sick
Krasinski.
as him if he gets casted.
Can the camera see that?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. It was John Krasinski. that just
Can
said
you tell me who the character is that I'm thinking of then? Reed Richards
it. So there's
is,
Franklin Richards, which is his son.
isn't Reed Richards one of like the strongest, smartest characters in the
He's
whole
the
universe?
smartest, like confirmed
In
smartest
Marvel,
Marvel character.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's him?
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic.
So they outrageously underplayed the first Fantastic Four movie.
They're
Yeah.
horrible movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, okay.
Because
like,
all the pictures of comics that I see of Reed Richards, he's a kid.
that's somebody else.
Are
Has
you
to be.
sure?
He's almost always represented like that.
same
Yeah.
same exact look always.
Hmm.
I wonder who you're thinking about. I want to know.
Yeah. He's like a kid that has like technology and shit. I should pull it up. I'm going to
Hmm.
look. Because I swear I was just looking at this.
He's gonna be in League of Super Pets. But he's actually gonna be in this movie, so that means he might not be in.
What do you mean? It's in DC.
It's DC Comics.
Yeah.
John Krasinski.
Oh, I thought you meant Reed Richards.
No, he's gonna be in League of Super. What is League of Super Pets?
I mean, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Is this the best-
Keanu
this is-
Reeves.
I'm thinking, okay,
Wait, this movie has everyone.
The fuck?
Danny, I found out who it is.
Huh?
It's Franklin Richards.
Yeah, that's his son.
Why is he a kid that's
He's
also ridiculously smart?
Probably.
He's a multiversal being.
I've seen him several
Yeah.
times listed as one of the strongest characters in the universe.
Yeah, he is. He recreated at one point. He recreated the multiverse.
Why? So how is that
'Cause
possible?
Doom destroyed it.
Yeah, but like why?
Doom's coming, right?
Doom's coming, baby! I can't wait.
Why
It's
is-
so good?
Why is Franklin Richards like
He's a mutant,
Oh.
and like it's also he's a mutant, and also
who?
yeah,
Are his parents Reed Richards and
Sue Storm. Yeah.
Sue-
It was an awesome team. So like their genetics got
Storm.
really fucked up, right?
Wow.
So their genetics are all fucked. And
Because
they
of
had a
the-
mutant child, and that's why he's so powerful.
So wait, what's
Isn't
the
Storm super powerful?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all very powerful,
Right.
pretty much.
what's the real story of like Fantastic Four? Like, was it actually what they portrayed in the movies? Like, what's the actual background of how they got their powers?
It's relatively the same. It's like they did like a space exploration thing. Like an accident happens and then they get radioactive. Like
I think that's a really cool way to get your powers
Shit.
compared to other like.
I mean,
superheroes.
it's like all of them.
I like it. I think
It's you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
usually like a science
Pretty-
accident.
yeah, exactly.
And then that's
The
how they
Hulk's
get
fun
them.
school
But
too,
like
though.
it's just crazy. Like the Fantastic Four have such good storylines. Like the Council of Reeds is definitely happening now. That's pretty much confirmed.
Isn't that just
So,
like a bunch
there.
of Reed Richards?
Yeah,
So it's a bunch of Reed Richards, not Franklin
form a council.
Richards.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they also teased that there was a Council of Kangs as well, which is also in the comics. So like a bunch of Kangs got together to do shit. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. Also, like then like even think about the possibilities of like multiple Thanoses meeting up with each other. You could have like Tony Starks meeting up with each other. Like it's gonna be nuts.
Do you think it's if in your opinion,
Yeah.
do you think there could be a what's the word that you were just using for like the whole
Council.
group? Council of Tony Starks.
There could be,
But I
I'm
don't
trying to
think
think.
Robert Downey Jr.'s not come back though. So
Oh
not
no,
gonna
I
come
know
back
he's
now,
not coming
but-
back, but I'm saying like theoretically,
that's the only.
Yeah, in theory, yeah.
Doctor
Do you
Strange
think-
is cool.
on a scale of intelligence with like Iron Man and Doctor Strange, where does Reed Richards
like
stand?
beyond both of them.
But I mean, like, how much are we talking? Like, not even comparable?
Yeah, so it's not that. It's like because they're all specialists in certain fields. So like Tony's in theory like the better
Tech.
engineer.
Tech.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
he can probably engineer something better than Reed could.
Right.
But like then you have somebody like Hank Pym, who's also a super genius. He's better with like
Microtechnology.
microtechnology and like he understands the microverse probably better. Reed Richards just can conceptualize all of it encompassing, and then like that's what makes him so crazy. Is like, you know, jack of all trades, master
he
of
can learn
none,
something
sort
probably
of.
quicker than
I mean,
anyone.
I mean, it's hard to say he's not a master of anything because like he's so
Right.
good, but
So could he like literally learn anything easily?
yeah, he could.
Wow.
But that's not part of his super like hero.
No, he's just
He
just
stretches.
natural.
he's just he stretches.
That's what I'm saying. That's,
That's
all
his
his. That's his
superpower.
radioactivity wasn't like enhancing his brain. or
No,
anything.
no,
It was
it
just
wasn't
all,
anything like that. No,
Yeah.
which would have
Wow.
been lame if it was.
I think I want to rewatch Fantastic Four.
you don't. It's
But I want to like watch that movie and just point and like just acknowledge all of
Well,
the
there's
points.
another
yeah,
one
read
too
the
that came
comics,
out.
please.
Does he know there's another
Well,
one that came out?
I'll
Read
that's
the
terrible.
because like that'll give you because that's why I'm always hyped for these movies because
Right.
that's where you know what I mean. Read the comics.
Dude, when a trailer comes out for that,
Oh,
you're
it's gonna be nuts. There's a lot of pressure.
Wow.
Also, I think that they teased. So I think there's a Fantastic Four
Wow.
Easter egg in Loki.
Really?
There's a scene in the last episode where like they're zooming out of the multiverse, and a ship flies by, and it's like a blue and silver ship, and like nobody else's ship looks like that, except for like the Fantastic Four, in my opinion.
You're saying at the end of
It's like in the
Loki.
beginning of the episode. We can rewatch it if we need
we
to.
have to.
Like
can
there's a
pull it up.
ship that flies
Yeah, I was
by.
gonna say.
It looks like
We'll
it
do it
doesn't
after,
look
do it after.
like doesn't look like the
Unless
Guardians
you wanna
ship.
react.
It doesn't look like anything Tony would have built. I think that was a Fantastic Four.
Let me see if there's anyone like talking
Why did you
about it.
Google it like
I was trying
that?
to see if
Can you just go to YouTube?
Yeah, oh yeah, people are talking about it. Yeah,
they are.
yeah. Fantastic Four Easter egg, and I would look up Loki specifically.
Yeah.
I was just seeing if it would come up right away. Like if that enough people were talking about it.
All right. Let's watch this after, I think.
Yeah. That's fine.
Because it looks
You
pretty
know what
long.
I just found out? Loki's name, Loki. It's all right next to each other. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, Loki. I like that.
But yeah, man, I'm excited. Now, here's my question for you guys: do you think that Kang is going to be the next three-phase? Like, I know we were talking about like them getting rid of that structure, but do you think he's going to be the new Thanos going forward? Like where like all these movies will tease him and then they'll finally fight him
Yeah.
or something like that?
I think he will be like the immediate boss that like people have to. He's the immediate villain that like the heroes are going to have to combat.
Yeah,
I think the
Because
opposite.
what just happened is going to spawn a bunch of Kangs that are now trying to start the war again.
yeah.
See,
I think that if I'm following a lot of what you say, and in the sense that I think this is going to evolve into Doom,
Mhm.
and Doom is going to take. So there's going to be like a bunch of movies where everyone's trying to like stop Kang, and then eventually, Doom is just going to show up and like just don't you say in the comments he just shows up and just like stops Kang.
Yeah.
He just shows up and he's like, yeah, this is
right.
done.
Like I'm doing my own thing. Get out of the
Yeah,
way.
I think that's gonna
Yeah.
happen, and everyone is gonna be like, "Oh,
Fuck me.
oh,
I think-
fuck!"
I
and it's
think-
gonna be at the
yeah.
end of some movie, and like
Yep.
maybe that'll play into the rest. I don't know when it's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but I think he's gonna show up, and people are gonna be like, this is the bad guy.
Yeah,
That makes
right.
sense, just
I think
because
so, too.
Fantastic Four comes out in like 2024 or something.
Right.
Yeah. No, earlier than that.
Really?
2023.
Okay.
Yep.
But also at the same
Yeah.
time, I might think not, because I feel like Kang might be kind of, they're going to build up all the different Kangs and then kind of go to the one, like
Yeah.
final one at the end of like this phase. And then Fantastic Four will start
Yeah.
the Doom side.
Also, I
but,
got to give you credit. Sam was like, I think the only person ever who was like, yeah, I think Ant-Man 3 is going to be big. And now we know it is. So
Oh yeah, on the last.
well, it's,
on the
I mean,
podcast we first
I
talked
don't know.
about it.
When it said Mania, isn't that like, didn't everyone say it? It's pretty.
I don't
Not
think so.
on here. I mean, I don't know if he's
Yeah.
not talking the whole internet, but I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in our,
I haven't
in our
seen
discussion.
No, I mean, I haven't seen anybody like who. The only
I
anytime
don't
anybody
watch a
got
lot of
hyped
those,
was
so I
when
don't
they
know.
were introducing when they announced that Kang was going to be in it, but nobody knew. Like, was Kang
But
just
they
going to be the
announced
bad guy for that
they,
single movie? Obviously
someone else,
not.
Doctor Strange is in that too. I'm pretty sure.
What, Ant-Man 3?
Ant-Man?
I think Doctor Strange is going to pop up everywhere.
Yeah,
Well,
he
yeah,
has to
yeah.
be.
Oh, yeah.
That's 2023 film. Yeah, here's Kang. Where was
Wow,
it?
he's right on there. He's the first member of the
Oh
cast.
yeah, he's gonna be fucking.
Is he going to be on everything? Who is that? What's that actor's name?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
He's in this show on
He-
HBO called Lovecraft County. It's pretty
He's going to be a legend.
good. Yeah.
He really
I heard
is.
they're building for the Young Avengers. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, I mean, because with Wanda Vision.
Can you go to
they
the
kinda teased that.
Wait,
Yeah,
there was the
yeah.
cast right there.
Lawrence
No, maybe
Fishburne's
not.
there?
Maybe they removed some stuff, but I know
Lawrence
that the Wasp
Fishburne's-
guy's in it.
Who's
Or not
Bill
Wasp,
Foster? Why does that sound so familiar? Is that Fantastic
That was-
Four related?
No, not really. He was
Why does-
Giant Man.
He was who?
Giant Man. He
Bill
was never
Foster.
like officially in the. He was in the second movie.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Do you recognize anyone on here that we
Kurt?
were expecting?
This guy, Randall Park. That's from WandaVision. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Oh, this girl's
So
coming back.
Benedict-
Interesting.
Benedict Cumberbatch is not in there.
Corey Stoll. That's the guy who played Bumble or whatever. What was his name? In the second one, he stole the suit.
Oh yeah, he played Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket. Is that the first one or second one?
That's the
First one.
That's the first one.
First one. Yeah, that was a good movie, dude.
Yeah, it
First
was.
Man, I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh,
Really good
for-
movie.
First Ant-Man's better than the second. I
I
think.
agree. First Ant-Man's really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Jonathan
feel like Marvel
Majors,
can do
I think-
anything. Like
I think
how,
he's-
it's crazy to me that
Yeah, there's really a lot of paths.
Ant-Man of all fucking heroes, and they made it like decent.
Yeah.
And he's cool in Endgame. Like
He
I
is.
like him. I like him more when he's with other people than his own movies. But
Yeah.
like it's pretty cool that they actually pulled it off, man.
Yeah. I was only able to guess that whole Ant-Man being big thing by just the timing of the movies.
Mhm.
Because I think we were all in agreement that like Loki is where they fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Eternals we're totally uncertain about, but
Oh,
yeah, I forgot. That's gonna be sick.
multiverse of madness.
That's-
We
yeah.
know is going to be like,
That's huge.
combating this whole thing.
that's probably gonna be the big one.
right.
That's
So
the
like
big
later
one.
down the road, I think just timing
I
wise, it
think
makes
that and
sense.
Spider-Man. I'm really excited.
Spider-Man's
Spider-Man's
gonna
going
be
to start
huge.
it out. I
Because
think that's going to be the beginning.
I think
Yeah.
Spider-Man is going to be where they're like
Oh, fuck.
everything's really fucked.
Oh,
fuck.
Everything's
Oh, fuck.
so
Oh,
fucked.
Yeah.
And then Multiverse of Madness, we have them, attempting to fix it, and I don't think they're going to be successful.
I have
I think
like not like a theory, but just kind of like an observation.
All
right.
So
a prediction.
yeah, so in Spider-Man 1, very closed off movie, right? No, we're gonna wrap
Yeah,
up.
we got to
All right,
wrap
yeah.
it up.
Spider-Man 1, really closed off movie.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2, very closed off movie,
Yeah.
right? There's no really like outside effect from those
Influences?
movies, influences,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
And like even him going into Endgame and Avengers, they really had no involvement in that movie,
Yeah.
right? I don't think there is. No Way Home, he's out of his home territory. He's gone. He's
Yeah.
going to multiverse.
And I wonder if that's
Yeah.
telling us that he's not gonna be able to come back or something.
No Way Home.
Because because allegedly the Sony deal isn't like set in stone how long this is going on.
Jesus
so if they
Christ.
want to continue his story and like get him out of the MCU, I mean,
That's how.
Nah,
That's how they could do it.
Tom Holland's.
They might do
Tom
that.
Holland's
They
their,
might do that.
nah,
Dude.
Tom Holland's their gold. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
they're going to
but they-
spend so
they-
much money to get him. It does not matter.
They ripped him away in Infinity War.
When?
When he got fucking
well,
snapped.
remember that? I mean, don't
Yeah,
you remember that
but-
the deal fell apart after Endgame? Remember that?
Yeah, but
Like there was like the whole thing that he wasn't going
I
to be
remember.
back.
I remember.
We'll have to see. So
But
let's
clearly, they
wrap
filmed
this up.
another movie, and I'm sure they. I mean,
It depends. Like it just
Or
depends
not.
if they come
no,
to.
we have a couple.
Look, here's
minutes, we're
the
fine.
understanding that they need to come to is that nobody's going to see a solo Spider-Man movie. It doesn't have to do with the MCU, but Marvel needs Spider-Man because Spider-Man's integral to everything in the MCU.
Wait, so
it's
what if
like
they bring
this-
back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and they become the regular Spider-Man?
I would love that. I think that'd be, dude. I think that would be sick if they just had. And also, they should introduce Miles at the end of this movie.
I think that's the
we
best
need
way
to
do
get
it.
Miles. In
They
the
need to get
MCU
Spider-Man
quick.
rights back fully.
Yeah,
like,
I know,
Sony needs to
I
get the
know.
fuck out of here.
I know. It's
All right,
really
we're going to see Space Jam. We had a lot to talk about it. Not
Two.
really. Bye.
Yeah, bye.